How do you there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV. And today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about becoming a professional dart player. The reason I want to bring this topic up is because it comes up quite a lot in my comment section. People saying to me, are you a professional dart player? Do you have another job that goes alongside this, etc, etc. So the easiest way to cover that is in a video and talk through, because there's quite a lot of thought and depth that goes into this. First of all, what is a professional? Now, for me, I think a professional or a professional dart player or professional anything is somebody who uses that for their main source of income. I don't like the term semi-professional. I don't. To me, when someone says semi-professional, I think they're good at it, but they're not earning from it. But they're good at what they're doing. That's the image I get when I hear that term, sort of semi-professional. You're good at it, but you're not quite at that stage you're earning from. To me, a level of professional is whatever you do in the world, whether it's a chef. If you earn your living from it, you're a professional chef. If you know, whatever it is, that's for me the definition of professional. I know some people will debate that, but that's what I go with. So with that in mind, when did I actually become a professional dart player, and what options are available to you? Now, if you have a look at this, I actually got my tour card. You'll see number 11. This is in 2012. So I actually got my tour card in 2012. So 9 years ago. So quite some time ago now that I first broke onto the PDC scene, but I wouldn't class myself then as a professional dart player. Neither when I made my TV debut in 2013, playing here on Sky Sports, where I had a win against Colin Osborne. But again, I still didn't class myself as a professional dart player, because at the time, you'll see here from the interview I did with Sky Sports News, I was still working. At the time, I was a teacher at this time, so this is me working in a secondary school at that point. I then dropped down to primary before specialising in football, and then I coached football for X amount of years. So in terms of that, I couldn't really class myself as a professional dart player because I was still doing other things. I classed myself as a professional coach and then a dart player, a weekend warrior as they're known in the wrestling world. Weekend warriors, which is basically you go to work in the week and at the weekend you go and you apply your hobby, but you take a little bit out of it, so like you get a bit of pay and it's not enough to live off. So yeah, you get the idea. So when did I actually take the decision to go full-time? It was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I made the decision to go full-time, and the reason being is because the different options that are available to you. Now, like we said, prize money is one of the options that is probably the most best paid way. You know, if you look at like World Championship, for example, £7,500 first round, £15,000 the second round. The prize money's a very good way of doing so, but it's not the only thing you can do. Now, one of the things that when I decided to stop going in and coaching and working full time, one of the things that instantly open up to you then is more time. So it's more time to practice, which means you're probably going to get a few better results, which, you know, if we look over the last couple of years, that shows in the fact that I've gone up in the rankings for the last 4 years. So that confirms that as well. The other thing that you get is you get more time, not just for the practice, but you get more time now in terms of being able to go and get other income avenues, such as exhibitions. Exhibitions are where we get together either with other players or we do them on our own, and we go out and we play people in pubs, clubs, bars, different places like this, and it's basically like a show, like a dart show with either you, yourself, and other players as well. That opens up to you, because when I was working Monday to Friday, I didn't want to then, on the weekends I wasn't playing tournaments, then go out and play it, because then I've got no time for the family and anything like that. So in terms of being able to go and open that income stream, I had to then stop going on the full-time work. There are other forms of income that a player can generate, and mostly down to, I mean, I have YouTube, which, as you may know, there's a bit of revenue that comes through that as well. We've got players will sell things like signed photos, shirts, darts. There's other ways of generating revenue, and the thing is, with when you purchase these things off of a player, you're supporting that player on their journey as well. So if you like any professional dart players and you see that they've got a bit of merchandise going, you are supporting that player in terms of that journey, because we're all self-employed. So we're self-employed contractors, a bit like what the wrestling is really as well with the WWE. So we're responsible for ourselves and everything we do. The PDC provide us tournaments and opportunity, but they don't provide us a guaranteed income. So we've got to kind of... That's why a lot of people don't become professional dart players, because they don't like the pressure of that, or they just don't like not knowing what X is at the end of the month. You know your bills are going out, but you don't know what X, Y, or Z is at the end of the month on terms of income. So some people don't like that. We've seen recently Johnny Clayton in the top 16 still enjoy going to work. Now, the thing is, it might be as well because you enjoy going to work. Because one of the things a lot of people don't think about when becoming a professional dart player is the reality of it. You'll be sitting at home watching this video now going, how can you not enjoy being a professional dart player? Well, I'll give you a little bit of an insight to one of the things. I'm sat here now. I'm about to go have my practice, so I'll record a video first, which is this one that we're doing, and I'm sat in an empty house. There's me and the dog. And that's because I don't earn enough to pay for me and the missus, so the missus still goes to work. She goes out to work in the morning, she comes back in the evening, so you sit by yourself all day. Then tournaments, exhibitions are traditionally weekends, so unless she comes with me, then you go on your own. So there's quite a lonely side to this as well. So just keep that in mind when you think about the big dream job. I mean, the highs are great, but there is a little bit of a lone time. Like I say, just sat in. I'll be here 5 days a week, just me and the dog, and she's just sleeping. She's not even doing much. So anyway, let's get back on track. So with that in mind, and knowing that there's more income streams other than prize money, there's also sponsorships and endorsements as well. So there's lots of other avenues in which a player can generate money other than the prize money. And with the prize money going up to what it is now, I mean, when I first started on the PDC, you had to win a board, which was 3 matches, beating 2 seeds to get £600. You now win 1 game to get £500. So, and then we used to pay £100 to enter a tournament, or £105. So you'd pay £210 to play a 2-day event, plus your expenses. You'd probably having to win a board to get your money back. So it was a lot harder then. And I think with that in mind, and with all the exposure, and with all the other income streams and things, I think we're seeing more and more professionals. I don't think anyone outside the top 64 could realistically... inside the top 64 could realistically say they don't have the opportunity to become a professional player. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Just a little bit of an insight really into when I actually became professional, even though I'm now on my 8th year as a professional tour card holder, because I did lose it for 1 year in between when I went and actually won the Challenge Tour event, so nice. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you are new around here, please do hit the subscribe button, join the Edgar Nation, join me on this journey. It's going to be good fun. See how high we can get, see if we can keep going, see if we can keep climbing the rankings, see if we can keep this going a bit longer. And I'll catch you soon, guys, for some more Edgar TV.